spiel. It is Wednesday. Like I said on Monday, for those of you that made the Monday workout, this is kind of a work week. We're going to avoid the themes a tiny bit from formal pulling and formal pushing and right side and left side. Monday was a big upper body day with some legs and abs. Today is going to be a simple warm-up, and we're going to repeat that warm-up loop throughout the workout. So we'll get that done 3 times. You'll see. We're also going to do some body, again, up body, and are going to have our hips in there today. So again, a nice, good day. Take the instruction, do as requested. Friday is going to be the huffy puffy work day, so be ready for Friday. Okay? All right, give yourself some space, give yourself some room. Happy Wednesday, TGIW. All right, we have done this warm-up loop before. It's a 7-set loop. Normally we do it twice to get warm. We're going to do 1 loop now, then we're going to do our first circuit. We'll do another loop later on with weights. We'll do another loop later on with more weights, okay? If you need a longer warm-up, I'll adjust. Ready? 10 stationary reverse lunges. Ready, set, go. Remember, stationary reverse lunges, you stay on that front non-moving leg. You're loading that front non-moving leg, right? That is the pulling leg on your 10 total stationary reverse lunge. I really want you being kind of methodical on this really quick warm-up, right? So we don't have any tweaks as we work out. Shake it off. You have your alternating stiff-legged deadlifts, balance, right? Coordination. I always do say flexibility when that really isn't truly the case. I want you to lengthen your contracted muscles, and of course I want you to contract your muscles and breathe. 10 total alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. Breathe and work. Breathe and work. When you're done, shake it off. Again, we're trying to be methodical on this warm-up. Stationary forward lunge, 10 total. And again, we've done this warm-up loop. Normally we do it twice. Today we're just doing it once. Because like Monday, the workout could get a little bit long. And I want you guys to get it all done. Stationary forward pushing exercise is more muscles, can irritate more joints, which is why I don't start with them. Nice, shake them off. Lateral lunge, step, load. And if you're here on Monday, we did all these things. Step, load, step, load. And then you're going to push yourself back up with your stepping, loaded leg. Try not to pull yourself up with your non-stepping leg. That resorts in a pulled muscle. Shake it off. You've got your 10 slow scissors, your 10 slow runners, and your 10 slow swimmers. Again, we're going to do this 3 total times throughout the workout. We'll increase weight each time. So today, again, doesn't have a lot of legs. It has some. It has a couple abs, but it's more of a hip work day. I can feel your excitement, everybody. Get pumped up, baby. 10 scissors. Then you've got your 10 slow runners. Remember, scissors was torque, leverage, legs straight, arms straight. Runners is mobility, rotation, elbows to knees, not knees to nose. And breathe, and breathe, and breathe. And when you get done with those, you're on your swimmers. Breathe. You can be on your hands and knees, or you can lay on your stomach. We've been talking about that for 10 plus weeks now. Hands and knees, prone swimmers. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes. A little more mobility, a little more motion, a little more balance. When you lay on your stomach, you have the ability to get more contraction. So again, both are good. All right. Go shaky, shaky, shaky. as I give you the quick stuff on the workout, give me a little stretching, right? Keep those shoulders ready to go, okay? So I'm going to talk to you about the circuit, but keep things loose. Today we're going to do renegade rows. If you can't do renegade rows, which I'm going to show you, we have done them before, just not in the online series. If you can't do the formal renegade row, there's a way to divide it by 3. And that's partly based on the tools you have, the joints you have, and the ability, right? They're hard. Renegade rows is core and it's chest and back put together. And then we have our hips. So the circuit will be renegade rows, hip, hip, renegade rows, hip, hip. You'll see. Here's the renegade row. It is a push-up, I'm gonna move my body here, and a row, and a row. That's a renegade row. Push up, right row, left row. Push up, right row, left row. I know they're hard. If you can't do it or you don't want to do it, you're going to divide the thing by 3. So round 1, 30 total renegade rows, or 30 renegade rows, would be 10 push-ups, 10 right rows, 10 left rows. So if you need to, do the push-ups and then do your right rows and your left rows. My only request for those that do that is you need to do it slow and it better be heavy, because renegade rows take a while. When you're ready, 30 total movements or 10 revolutions or 10 of each. Here we go. Push up, row, row. Push up, row. Use your body, row. Push up, row, row. And if you're watching, you can see how hard it is to use your body, right? Not creating momentum, right? Using that core as you row. Renegade rows are tough. They're challenging. You gotta use more core. Yeah, it's chest and back, but it's core and displacement. Keep going. It's 30 total movements, 10 revolutions, or if you want to do 10 of each, do them slow and do them big. It'll eventually be 30, 24, 18, and 12, or 10, 8, 6, 4, depending on how you want to count it. When you're done, you're going to lay on one side, do 25 clockwise circles on your right hip, roll on your other side, and do 25 clockwise circles on your other hip. So today will actually be the easiest hip day that we've had. This is our 4th hip day in the 10 weeks. We normally do the right side or the left side and blah, 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 blah. But you're gonna do 25 right clockwise circles, 25 left clockwise circles, and then we'll do our next renegade row. We will work through all of our hips eventually between the 2 circuits. And again, today is technically the easiest hip day. I would rather combo these hips with the renegade rows than doing other hard, challenging exercises. This way you can focus on both aspects of the workout. 25 right clockwise circles and 25 left clockwise circles. There is another way to say these. We could say anterior to posterior, posterior to anterior, but when you have the visual of clockwise circles and eventually counterclockwise circles, you have the visual, so it's a little easier to remember what you did. A little easier to remember. Good morning. We should be well into this thing by now. Hopefully you're feeling good. Again, 25 each side clockwise circles is 50 reps. And if you do it right, 2.5 to 3 second reps, it's 150 seconds. So it's like 2.5 minutes of hips, right? So the duration of the workout comes from doing your hips slowly in combination with a pretty challenging exercise. Alrighty, you are in the circuit. So, round 2 is 24 renegade rows, or 8 revolutions, or if you must, do 8 of each slowly. Ready, set, go. Push up, row, row, push up, row, row, push up, row, row, push up, row, row. Core, right? There's intensity, there's volume. 24 total movements, or 8 revolutions, again, or if you need to, 8 of each. And remember, I'm only doing like 60 to 70% of your reps. So you're probably either just finishing up or about to finish up. I'm always gonna stop a little early. Always gonna be a little bit ahead of you, especially on a workout like this. When you are done and ready, 25 each side, counterclockwise circles. Do the other direction. Ready, set, go. Doing the other direction. I don't want to confuse you guys too much, but all of you know me. There are 3 main posterior hip muscles. There's 5 anterior hip muscles. There's technically 1 lateral hip muscle, and that's the muscle of your IT band. Again, technicalities, right? We're trying to use all of those muscles. We're trying to turn them on. We're trying to use them correctly. And of course, you guys have done these things. They're always going to burn. The circle, circle, single lateral leg lift, those first 3, those hip muscles have been used. That way, when you get to the easier hips, you can use those hip muscles versus all the other ones. 25 counterclockwise circles each hip before we go back to our renegade rows. Work on that breathing. Have a good time, enjoy your workout. Remember, the intent of these hips is that they take a while. You have a lot of rest before you do your next set of renegade rows. Right? 25 each side is 50 total reps. It's about 2.5 minutes of work, giving you plenty of rest for your hard exercise. If and when you are ready, you're now on your 18 total renegade rows, or 6 revolutions, or if you need to, 6 reps each. Okay? Shake it off. 18 total movements, or 6 revolutions, or 6 of each. Ready, set, go. Push, row, row, push, row, row, push, row, row. Work, breathe. These are hard. It's not the best chest back exercise that you've done, but it's a hard, difficult, challenging movement. That is the idea of renegade rows. It's like a plank. When that weight displacement happens, you should feel those core muscles turn way on. When you're done and ready, you're laying on your side for the last time. Single lateral leg lifts, no circles, 25 each side. Don't let your toe point up, and don't purposely point your toe down. Lead with your ankle bone. That foot should stay flat as it goes up towards the ceiling. 25 each side, single lateral leg lifts. And we're all gonna have different weights that we're holding, different joints that are doing this work, right? Different muscles, different abilities. So if you feel like you fall behind, don't feel like that. I don't want you to stop what you're doing to try to catch up. You know, I'm gonna talk all the way through this workout so you get your workout. I promise you we won't get too far ahead. We should be pretty close though. 25 each side, single lateral leg lifts. We have one more set of renegade rows. Then we're gonna shake it up a little bit. We'll do that warm-up loop with a little bit of weight. And again, I'm only doing 60 to 70% of the reps that you guys do. Yes, feeling good. Feeling good. As you finish off those single lateral leg lifts, when you are ready, you've got your 12 renegade rows or 4 revolutions or 4, excuse me, I have the hiccups, of each. 12 reps, 4 revolutions or 4 of each. Then I'm going to clean up your space, grab a sip of water, and get your body ready for the warm-up loop with weights. Ready, set, go. Push, row, row, push, row, row, push, row, row, push, row, row, and breathe. Again, if you're not there yet, that's fine. Remember, we're going to talk to you the whole way through. Get a sip of water when you're ready. Get your space ready. We're going to do the warm-up loop. If you want to hold one weight, right, I'll tell you where you're going to hold the one weight per exercise. If you have 2 lighter weights, you can hold 2 lighter weights. When we do this again towards the end of your workout, I want it to be the heaviest version. So go heavier than what you did earlier. I don't want it to be the heaviest thing unless you are limited by weights, then make it heavy, it's fine. We're gonna do the same exercises. 10 stationary reverse lunges with weights, right? We're doing the same thing. Remember, Janet Marie, right? You have your wide squats or narrow squats. I know you know these things on some of the stuff. Ready? 10 stationary reverse lunges. Ready, go. If you're holding one weight, hold the weight up under your chin. If you're holding 2 weights, of course, you can hold them up or down. 10 total. We did this earlier on the warm-up. We'll do it again later on. It's definitely not the focus. I use them as stimulators, right? We have a couple more things to do when you get everything moving. When you're ready on your stiff-legged deadlifts, no matter what, whether you have 1 weight or 2 weight, I want the weight down. Ready, set, go. You can hold the weight up if you want to. The exercise is actually called good mornings. When the weight is up on your shoulders and you do this motion, they're called good mornings. I personally have never liked them. It's possible, they're doable. I just personally don't like them. You better be ready for weight displacement if you do them. 10 total stiff-legged deadlifts. Again, you did these earlier. We'll do them one more time towards the end. Shake it off. Breathe. When you are ready, you have your 10 stationary forward lunges. 1 weight up or both weights up or down. Ready, set, go. 10 stationary forward lunges. 5 each leg. It's a pushing exercise. You're going to get a little more quads on a stationary forward lunges. And When you do your lateral lunges, if you have one weight, you can hold it up under your chin or down between your legs. If you have two weights, one goes out and one stays in on your lateral lunge. Ready, set, go. 10 total lateral lunges. One weight up or down in the middle. Two weights, you have the one weight out, one weight in. Believe it or not, it actually isn't that hard rhythmically. Your body naturally shifts like that. 10 total lateral lunges for the second time today. We did some of these on Monday. You did the one set of each on Monday. And again, it wasn't that many legs on Monday. When you get to your scissors, I still would like you to hold the weight. Huh? It's not hard. It really isn't, I promise you. Hold the one weight as you do your scissors. 10, ready, set, go. 10 on your scissors. I'm not using the weight to sit up. I'm holding the weight as I sit up. 10 total sit-up scissors. When you're done, no weight on your runners. Kind of hard to hold weight on your runners. And no weight on your swimmers. Ready, set, go. Do them slow. Do them big. 10 slow runners, 10 slow swimmers. And again, I chose this warm-up loop and these exercises for the mobility of your body and the activation. And Friday, we have a couple different squats to do. So Monday and today, we didn't formally do squats. You have the mobility, the alternating exercises. 10 swimmers, breathe. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes. And breathe and focus. When you get done, get your space ready. We have a different upper body combo, not nearly as hard as your renegade rows. The numbers are similar, and then you're going to have your more different hips that you have done before. So give yourself some space. When we do our upper body, it's going to be curl to press. We've done that. Curl to press. It's not swing and press, so I do want the finite motion. Curl to press. 30 total movements like earlier. However, there's only 2 movements. So it's 15 revolutions or 30 total movements. So the numbers are similar with the 30 down by 6, but we only have the 2 movements. When you get done, we'll talk about the donkey kicks. When you're ready, 30 total movements. Ready, set, go. Curl to press. And again, I do want to see the different in motion, right? The curl, pulling, the press, pushing, subtle hand position changes, right? We're not swinging and pushing. We are curling and pushing. And of course, on the way down, control it on the way down. Curl to press. 30 total movements is 15 revolutions. And if you really, really, really have to, yes, you can do 15 of each if you really, really, really want to. So this would be harder on your upper body than earlier, but it's not harder on your body like the core you used in your first circuit. And of course, we did 375 chest, back, shoulder, bis, tris on Monday. So between the 2 workouts, quite a bit of our body. And yes, we did lots of other things. I'm loitering because I didn't do 30 total movements, 15 revolutions. You did. All right, when you are ready, donkey kicks, 25 each side. Donkey kicks. You want to kick up and back, 25 each side. Ready, set, go. Up and back. Your mindset when you're doing donkey kicks. You got your really strong glute, right? Your butt muscle. Your back really wants to help out. Don't let it. The area, that small space between your butt and your back, you have a couple little posterior hips. Try to use them, right? Ladies, I know you get mad at your husband. We're not kicking your husband yet, right? Up and back. Smooth will make it a posterior hip. When you exert, your back and your glutes want to work. So tutor, you're welcome. I'm trying to save you, right? Don't let your wife kick you just yet. Up and back. 25 each side on your donkey kicks. This would be easier than your circles by all means. It doesn't mean you get to go faster. Let it be a big motion and you'll have that 2.5 to 3 second rep. Big, huge reps. 25 each side before we do our next curl to press. And again, a work day. Not huffy puffy, but you're working. You got some hips, you got some up body exertion. We've done that warm up now, not warm up loop twice with another one to go still. And a nice fun finisher. When your hands and wrists and elbows and arms are ready, you have your 24 total movements or your 12 revolutions on your curl to press. Ready, set, go. Curl to press. No rush. 24 total movements is 12 revolutions. We wouldn't want to do this many reps on those renegade rows, right? Although we do the same numbers, we have the 3 movements. You know, the same numbers of 2 movements. Curl to press. Take your time. Keep it going. Bicep curl, shoulder press. Smooth and big. Bicep curl, shoulder press. Smooth and big. Curl to press. Smooth and big. I did forget you could sit or stand. If you're sitting, make sure you're sitting tall and that your hands can go down. If you sit and your hands stop early, none of you would do that, I know that, but if your hands stop early, you're not getting the full thing. So sitting or standing, you've got the extension and you've got the extension. When you are ready, you're on your fire hydrants. Your knee goes out. Notice I didn't say your leg. When I say your leg, I see people kick out. Just your knee. And notice I didn't say up. I want your knee to go out. And I would love it if your foot stayed in the same plane as your knee, so that lower leg is in the same plane. So that way your foot isn't dropping, nor are you leading with your foot. Your knee goes out. 25 each side, fire hydrants. And breathe in your posterior hips. You've got mobility of hip joint and even some lower back muscle or lower back joints. You've got your activation of your posterior hips, and you have your flexibility of your anterior hips. A lot goes on in the fire hydrants. 25 each side fire hydrants. And remember, your hands and your arms and your wrists and your elbows are part of the equation between these two things. So it's okay to take your time. Nobody's in a hurry today. It's Wednesday. It's a work day. 25 each side fire hydrants. Breathe. Get that knee out on your fire hydrants. Of course, you want to shake it off, rest those hands, Remember, I'm only doing 60 to 70% of things, so I should be a little bit ahead of you. If you're stopping and I stop, remember, I'm not doing all of them. As that body and hands and arms get ready, you'll be on your next set of curl to press. 18 total reps or 9 revolutions on your curl to press. You'll have one more hip. Unfortunately, you'll be laying on your back. Then you have your last curl to press before we do that third loop of the warm-up loop. When you're ready, 18 total reps or 9 revolutions. Ready, set, go. Remember, if you are not there, that's okay. Don't stop what you're doing to catch up. You know, I'm going to talk you all the way through this thing. 18 total reps or 9 revolutions on your curl to press. No swinging. Separate those movements. Control that down. Curl to press. Burning, baby. Burning, baby. Again, more upper body on this versus the renegade rows. Don't get me wrong, renegade rows is an up body exercise, but a ton more core, and definitely in the core category. When you are done with your 18 reps or 9 revolutions, you're actually going to lay on your back for your front raises, your last hips of the day. We have one more curl to press, but we're not done yet. Laying on your back, your toe is pointed out, your knee is ever so slightly bent. Anterior hip front raises. Toe is pointed out, knee is slightly bent, but you can play with the angle of your leg ever so slightly, right? When you get that toe out, you take away the quad origin, right? Your upper tendons of your quads, you take that away when you get your toe out. The knee slightly bent definitely puts you in your hip flexors and your groin. That's the idea. So yes, you can change the angle of your leg a little bit, but I want that toe pointed out and you lead with your heel. 25 each side for the last time today. You got your 150 each side hips, so 300 total hips are done. You're almost done with that upper body. We have one more loop of the legs, abs. That's just for stimulation. And we have a nice little fun finisher today. Each side, anterior hip front raises, toe is pointed out, knee is slightly bent, smooth and controlled. And remember, numerically, all of these hip rounds should have been 2 to 2.5 minutes, because that's 120 to 150 seconds, and that's 50 reps, slow, big reps. As you finish up, you've got one more curl to press, 12 total movements or 6 revolutions. And then we have that leg ab loop one more time. Big deep breath. Last set of up body today. Ready, set, go. 12 total movements or 6 revolutions on your curl to press. Curl to press. Curl to press. Last time doing them. If I'm a little ahead of you, that's okay. You know I'm going to talk to you a little bit more. All right, we're going to get through this together. And as you finish up that exercise, rest your hands for a second, because I want this last set of legs and abs to be the heaviest set of legs and abs. I know we're getting close to the time. Let's get through these legs and abs. We have a 5-minute timed fun finisher. Uh-oh, there's a fair warning. And if you have to leave, I'm going to give you the information so you can do it later today. You can do it while you go brush your teeth before your phone call. Alrighty, I want this to be your last, heaviest way of doing them. And of course, I want it the safest. 10 stationary reverse lunges. Ready, set, go. 10 total. I just want it to be the heaviest set of the day. You had the warm-up loop. You had a light, moderate weight loop. And now you're on the heavy loop. It's not the hardest thing. It wasn't very many legs today. Remember, you want to rest your hands and arms as you go through these things. I don't want them to be a factor. You'll be on your stiff-legged deadlifts when you are ready. 10 total, alternating, balancing, lengthening, contracting, and breathing stiff-legged deadlifts. Take your time. Do it right. Keep your focus. There's no rush. We're going to get through this thing together. When you are ready, it's 10 stationary forward lunges. Big, slow, steady, hopefully heavy, stationary forward lunges. Good breathing. You're excited. Nice big Wednesday today. Got some fun information that I'll be seeing you soon, barring any changes of life. When you're ready, you got your 10 lateral lunges. Ready, set, go. 10 total loaded lateral lunges. Big, slow, load. I didn't say low, load. Big, slow, load. Breathe and focus. When you're ready, it's the last time formally on the ground. You might have an option of that later on, but not very much. 10 scissors, 10 runners, 10 swimmers. If you gotta go, let me give you that information for the finish. If you don't have to go, it's only 5 minutes. It's a timed finisher. And I'm quite sure you all know what's coming. But you know I gotta shock you a little bit. 10 scissors, 10 runners, and 10 swimmers. And there's no rush to get there. Nice. Stay focused. We're not quite done yet. Stay focused. As you finish up, get your space ready for 5 minutes of work. If you have to leave, okay, if you have to leave, it's a 5-minute wall sit and or plank. Not formally. If you want to wall sit, you can wall sit. If you want to plank, you can plank. However, if you can't plank, get on the wall. And if you can't wall sit, get on your plank. There's no formal change. We're not doing 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. We have a 5-minute challenge to finish off your day. At any time, you can mix it up between the wall sit and plank. However, if you want to just do wall sits, do wall sits. If you want to do planks, do planks. When you are ready, you have 5 more minutes of this workout and you're done. If you have to leave at any time, cool. It's a 5-minute challenge. But in my opinion, it's not your hardest challenge you've done. Ready, set, go. 5-minute challenge. We have warmed up with a 5-minute wall sit challenge, and you could have done squats along the way. we have warmed up with plank challenges. You can do abs along the way. We've done 1 minute on a warm-up 2 weeks ago, times 3, that was a 6-minute warm-up. During this last 5 minutes, A, I want you to breathe. Number 1, breathe. B, I want you to think about your glutes. I don't care if you're planking or you're wall sitting. Put everything in your glutes. When you get them in the glutes, it's easier to breathe through your core. So if you're planking and you put everything in your glutes, it takes your weight into your body, and then you can think about your core more and not your elbows and your shoulders. When you're wall sitting, when you think about your glutes, it takes out of your toes and your knees. So you think about your glutes on both, and then on wall sits, core, quads, hammies, glutes. Plank, definitely core, right? And then what is the core? Its core isn't your abs. Core is anything that touches your spine. It might wrap around it like the transverse abdominis. Your abs really don't touch your spine too much. They attach to your hips and they attach to your ribs. So your abs are kind of part of the equation. Your glutes, right? Your posterior hips, your anterior hips. You have the spine muscles. Anyhow, glutes, breathe through your core, and then wall sits is more legs, and your planks are a little more core. It's fun. All those hips are done. You have the intensity and load and exertion on your renegade rows. You had your curl press, definitely more upper body burn. You have the 3 loops of the legs, so that was 210 legs and abs. Nominal, right? Monday you did 350 legs and abs, so definitely hips and core and load. And now you have a 5-minute finish. Easy day today. Easy. 2:45 to go. Again, I like to talk to you as you guys go. I got your attention. Again, you all seen the emails the last couple weeks. I'll get you that email today for your information of what's the final plan. Mull over the next Monday, right? For you guys, it's a normal time zone. For my 6 a.m.s and noons and 3s, doing on an 8 and or 9 a.m. class. I've gotten some feedback, not very much. And then what would you like the other beneficiary to be? We don't want to have 20 of them, because $5 per beneficiary isn't really going to benefit anything. So what could we kind of come to agreement on? Wounded warriors, fallen soldier type programs. Again, I got a couple of responses on that. Domestic violence, child abuse programs. Again, something that you can invite the world. Yes, Ruth Ann, I got your email. We can make it as body weight as we want, right? I will have some light weights in there as an option, but we can definitely do a lot of these body weight type of things. But it'd be fun to invite the world, put it to a good cause. And yeah, it's cool to get some visibility because we're not done with live online classes, but I definitely want it to be Memorial Day focused. Why do we get Memorial Day? Not just a random Monday in May. 1:20 to go. And yeah, I got a lot of responses on that Q&A before that a lot of people aren't even going to come back in June. They're going to wait until July or August. So I'm going to open up with a limited schedule because 20 to 30, maybe 40 people will be in there. Got to kind of control the environment. I know last year's scheduling thing didn't work out very well. This one will be Google Calendar version, I'm sorry. That way you guys have visibility, but you still have flexibility. You can still get up and go, oh, I want to do 11, I don't want to do 10. So it's not hard in the book scheduling. I'm going to do 3 people every half an hour. That way there's no more than 6. And legal limit is 5. So I'll kind of have that happy medium. Plenty of space in the gym so you do the work. 20 seconds. Oh gosh, I'm burning. 10 seconds. Core. Glutes. Core. 3, 2, 1, and breathe. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that. Happy Wednesday, everybody. You worked hard today, like usual.